You are here at Hunting Ridge Condominium Community, and Hunting Ridge is one of the bases of a prime community where the MAGLEV is going to go through.
The operation is without vibration, well, without noise. You're not going to hear anything. The MAGLEV does not have wheels, except to start off. It has rubber tire wheels.
It's not like a regular train. A regular train has the mechanical noise. It's steel wheel on steel rail. You have the screeching. You have all the machinery noises. We don't have any of that. The train, what you hear is a whoosh when the train goes by, and it goes by really fast.
This is going to result in thousands of jobs, construction jobs, union jobs. This project has been endorsed by the Building Trades Union. They're very big supporters of ours. These are going to be fair paying jobs and then permanent jobs on top of that.
So a train that's traveling 311 miles an hour needs a really straight alignment. And so for most of the route between Washington and Baltimore, this train is in tunnel. The type of tunneling is going to be done with a tunnel boring machine. David mentioned that for you all, probably your biggest impact that you would see from this project would be if you're near one of these TBM launch sites, is what we call it. It's where that is. So we've generally put these near highways so that you have the trucks come out directly to a highway. And so that's what they are evaluating in the EIS when they're looking at alternative J and alternative J1, the path of all those trucks, the impacts of construction on any given communities along the entire alignment, the J and J1 alignment.
One thing I wanted to talk about was managing the message and the perspective, because a lot of people here probably were drawn to this meeting by a version of this. That's from the Greenbelt News Review. Big ad, quarter-page ad, same ones on the doorway out there. Just in case you don't know, this is the Beauty Stay Hotel in Hulon City, Taiwan. Okay, that's not in the United States. This was a victim of a 6.4 magnitude earthquake. Lots of people died in that earthquake. Their closest transit station to this location is 5 blocks, and it's an elevated station. So it's not related to transportation tunneling. It's not related to a subway underneath. This was a very unfortunate use of something that was tragic. So I think we all need to step back. We may be against the project. Some of you may be against the project, but this is not really representative of the good faith effort that I know most opponents practice.
Let me tell you why I think this is a bad idea and it shouldn't be built. It's not very mass transit for the rich. That's what this is about. It's not about mass transit for working people, middle-income families. Let's be clear.
Not this. MAGLEV is not for all of us. Let's be honest about that.
This only has 3 stops. It's not serving the average commuter. It's getting elite travelers from Washington, D.C. to Baltimore very quickly.
We have to have a broad statewide coalition of people who want to get cars off the road, make mass transit easy and affordable. This doesn't do it.
This governor, I don't know if you know him or not, but I kind of do. And if you see him on TV, and I heard in the ballot when we had the campaign last year that he wasn't that bad. I'm here to tell you that he is that bad. He is that bad. He's moved this project forward without us knowing. He's moving the widening of the Beltway forward without us knowing. He wants to take over the BW Parkway without us knowing. You know, this guy has cut money from the Purple Line, which we want, without us knowing.
The governor is strongly supportive of it. He's also the same governor that's withholding $56 million from the metro system to improve the metro system. The very same person. He's also the very same person who stopped the Red Line, Baltimore's metro system, because he doesn't want real mass transit. He wants more roads. He wants these fancy projects for the very wealthy, and he doesn't give a damn about working and middle-income people.
Now, I also want to say opponents of the maglev are not anti-technology or anti-advancement, but it comes back to what Senator Pinsky said. But we're looking for good ideas of mass transit that are environmentally friendly, that are going to help the people, really the masses, who are going to be able to ride it, and this is just not the project.
It will not reduce greenhouse gases. This train's electric, but it's going to get it's electricity from a power plant somewhere. And this power plant's going to pollute somebody's community. Maybe not ours, we'll just see the train go by, but somewhere there's a power plant that's generating the electricity to service this train.
I don't go in the Acela, it's too expensive for me. This is going to end up being more expensive than the Acela. The people who are going to ride this are going to be lobbyists and bankers from New York who want to come to Washington. That's what this is about. I, along with my colleagues, introduced legislation that said if this is built, not 1 penny of Maryland state taxes can be used for it. It went in front of the Budget and Tax Committee. The people from this project came up to the table after I spoke and spoke against it. So on one hand they say we're not going to use public money, but yet they don't want any legislation that prohibits that.
And basically, because this project affects so many different communities, we're a coalition of folks, and we invite more people to join us to really become an activist group in fighting this project and other concerns that we have within our communities. And so our job isn't just necessarily to sit and talk about it, but to actually do something about it.
One of the most important things you can do right now to stop this train is to fill out one of these letters. And I'll tell you why, because we send them to the Maryland Transit Administration. You need to get your comments logged into their record so that you'll see these comments when they put out the final environmental impact statement. How many people opposed this project?
Well, I want to thank you all for coming. Thank you, Mr. Henley, for coming. All the speakers who are here, I want to thank you all very much, everyone who helped.